Ever been to a national park or get off a cruise ship and been greeted by smiling, happy staff that are obviously having a blast doing their jobs?
Or have a fantastic guide for a hike or a horseback ride that made the day memorable for everyone?
Did you envy them for enjoying their job so much?
How about when you walk past the employee camp area and see all the camaraderie there with everyone and wished you could be part of it?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're going to want to watch this.
On this episode, we're going to share with you where we found jobs like these and more, where they'll pay good wages as well as some or all of your expenses.
If, and only if, you're willing and able to spend a few months in a beautiful location.
Hey Roamers, I'm Jamie.
I'm Linda.
And this is Roaming with Rosie.
One of my pet peeves about leaving my job this past winter was how everyone kept saying to me, congratulations on your retirement. And I would keep saying I'm not old enough for retirement benefits, and I'm not sure how old they thought I was. And they would just look at me and they couldn't comprehend what I was doing. So I'd have to explain to them, look, I'm quitting my job so that I can travel the continent in my old motorhome, but I'm not retiring. I still have to make a living. I've said this here before because it's my inspiration, but I spent over 30 years working with people who were mostly over the age of 65. And you know what advice they gave me the most? It was this. It was don't wait. If there's something that you've been wanting to do your whole life, if there's something that, some experience that you want to have, if there's somewhere you want to travel to, they just said don't wait. Time is not your friend, especially if you're on this side of 50.
Sadly, in my insurance business, I've had clients who have made all these plans for after retirement, and then they finally reached retirement, and when they went to actually go and execute those plans, unfortunately, either the husband or the wife either gets some sort of medical condition or they get sick with a serious illness, and that just makes it so they can't follow through with the plans that they had had and thought about all those years.
Right. So we chose not to wait. Last November, I quit, for lack of a better term, and Jamie's able to continue operating his insurance agency remotely from the RV.
Right.
Last month, we sold our home, moved into this motorhome, and headed for Quartzsite, Arizona so that we could boondock in the desert with friends, attend meetups, and especially to go to the big RV show held every January.
And at this year's show, there were new opportunities for RVers who are living their dream but still need to earn some income.
The employment opportunities that we're about to show you are usually for a limited season and allow you to camp where you work or work where you camp.
We were specifically interested in seasonal employment with opportunities with more flexible hours.
We know all about the Amazon Camper Force. If you're not familiar with that, you just need to watch the Academy Award winning movie Nomadland where they featured that. Definitely not what we want to do.
Right, and there's also the beet harvest. From what I understand, it pays pretty well, but it's not really the type of job we're looking for.
Right, and then there's also was opportunities featured at the show for gate guarding. And if you'd like to know more about that, our friends Greg and Shelley of Day's Great Adventure have done that a couple times and have made a whole video about it. So we'll put a link to that video down below.
We're looking for something a lot more fun. We're looking for opportunities in amazing places where the employer actually pays you a good wage, but also pays for your trailer space or your RV space and also your utilities, or they're comped by the company.
Right. And we're also looking for something that has very flexible hours, or at least some flexible hours, and also the length of time that we want to work.
Right, and we don't want to be so exhausted after our shift that we're not able to enjoy our surroundings or get to know our other fellow work campers.
And guess what? These jobs exist.
It isn't a dream. There really are positions all over the United States hiring people of all ages.
This year, many of the jobs featured at the show were paying well above minimum wages, on top of covering a lot of your expenses. Like we said, this year at the show, the potential for flexibility, great benefits, and camaraderie were even more enticing.
One of our favorite places is Bryce Canyon and the surrounding areas. If you've ever been there, you've probably stopped in at Ruby's Inn.
We met one of their work campers who's returned there every year for 5 years, even though he said he was only going to do it one summer. Hey roamers, I'm here at the big RV show in Quartzsite, Arizona, and we are here with a wonderful work camping opportunity at Bryce Canyon. And this is Mark and his wife Heidi, and they've been work camping there for 5 years.
It's our 5th season back. Great opportunity for anybody that's work camping.
And what kind of things have you done over the 5 years?
We were cashiers in the Sinclair gas station for 4 years. We're going to start running the ATV trails on property. We do tours. We're a full resort. We're open year round. We have winter activities. We try to hire from April to October. One thing good about Ruby's, family owned, very flexible, no work contract. You can come work 4 weeks. You can come work 7 months. We tend to work 7 months out of the season and take 5 months off every year, so it's not a bad deal.
That's awesome. And they're open year round, right?
Year round. Work campers, it's $10 an hour for every hour worked, plus your site costs $100 a month. All utilities included, cable and Wi-Fi. So it's a good deal for work camping. Even if it's your first time, try us out. If you've been doing it for years, try us out.
That sounds great. We just went full time last week.
Really?
Yeah, and we know somewhere down the road we're going to be doing some work camping, and we were trying to find some place where we didn't have to stay an entire season. We would love to spend as much time as possible in Red Rock Country, but I got to get to the beach at some point during the summer.
I can understand that.
Yeah. So now you're doing the ATV?
Yeah, so on property we do tours there. It's a beautiful part of the country. I mean, if you've never been to southern Utah, first time was 5 years ago, and I'm stuck. We just keep going back.
Yeah.
And we said when we went on the road, and all work campers understand this, we would do each job one time, never repeat it, so that we could see everything. We fall off of that because I just keep going back, and we love it. We'll work there probably for a few seasons to come.
What kind of other jobs are there?
There's jobs everywhere. It's basically, we're a small city. Family owned for 106 years. We're in the 5th generation of the family working in the property. Jobs, everything from maintenance to cashiers to hostesses, housekeeping, restaurants. We have retail operations, grocery store, gas station, trail rides, a rodeo in season. There's jobs everywhere.
I think we were there on 4th of July a few years ago, and they had the most spectacular fireworks.
They do not skimp on fireworks.
Yeah,
they do a
awesome.
wonderful show. And if you're there for the month of July, the 4th of July fireworks, and then Founders Day is the 24th, is the 24th of July, and they do the same fireworks again. I mean, it's beautiful. Up in the mountains, it echoes off the canyon. It's incredible.
And how many camp spots are there for the work campers?
For work campers, we have 65 slots. We require, to get the site for $100, we ask for 32 hours minimum. You can, again, it's very flexible. We like our 40-hour weeks.
Okay.
You're not going to become a millionaire, but there's no job that'll make you a millionaire as a work camper, but you're in a beautiful part of the country to explore. So for us, it's worth it. We hike at least one day a week in season, and there's 10,000 hikes we still have to do.
What's the most wonderful thing that you've experienced while you were there that you didn't expect?
No matter where you go in southern Utah, you can't make a wrong turn. I mean, you can drive 10 minutes off of our property and be out in the middle of nowhere. You'd be the only people there.
Yeah.
And there's so much BLM land. 70% of Utah is public lands, and it's gorgeous. It's a must-see. I'll tell you that, it's a must-see.
And how, what if you decided last minute in June that you wanted to go there and join up and work camp? Is that possible?
If you're on the road, you can actually show up there. We have people that have seen us at the show come up and just spend a day and check it out, and then say, okay, we want to stay. And if there's positions, they'll hire you then.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I see that in our future for sure. I just left a 25-year career of running hospital gift shops.
Oh, it's time to enjoy it.
Everyone says you're going to end up in the gift shop wherever you go. So
you may, but it'll be a lot easier than what you were doing.
I'm sure
There's no hard jobs. I mean, they're all easy and very flexible hour-wise. If you're a couple, you can schedule same time off. They work with you that way, and we found that's one of the attractive things.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound amazing? We just love Bryce Canyon, and it would be a dream just to spend the entire summer there.
Right. Next, we met with the representative from ONP, which is Ortega National Parks. Their big sign said, "Work where you play." So definitely caught our attention.
They have contracts with over 60 locations to operate concessions as stewards of the parks.
We are ONP, or Ortega National Parks. We operate in about 60 facilities all across the country, all the way from Hawaii to Maine. We're looking right now for work campers in a significant number of locations, other locations that offer employee housing and such. We've got positions available all the way from camp hosts and maintenance to the district managers. We're also looking for people in retail, food and beverage, lodging, pretty much a wide range of opportunities, all across the country and in all aspects of the business.
And then, so if you go there as an RVer, you get free place to park, or what do you get?
At a lot of sites you do, like all of the National Forest sites, the sites are included, and then the amenities vary per location. Like if you're at a site that does not have electric, we'll provide a generator, or if you have your own generator, we'll provide fuel for you. We also, if there's no water or sewer, we'll haul water, we'll haul off the sewage, we'll take care of all that stuff. At some of the other locations where we don't actually operate the campground, we do offer stipends, to make the campsites a little more reasonable, to make it a little more lucrative for everybody.
Okay. Hours usually for the position.
Okay, and again, that varies based on the size of the location and the time of the season. The minimum is usually about 25 hours a week, up to there's a lot of locations that we run 40 hours a week, especially through the peak season.
Okay. So if you're going to get one of the sites where you guys do have camping, then is there usually 40-hour requirement there?
Those do not have 40-hour requirements. It varies based on the property. Some of the locations might only have 12 or 15 campsites.
Okay.
So they're, especially for a couple, it might be, that both members of the couple work 25 hours, or maybe one works 25 and the other person might be in maintenance and work 40 hours a week.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a wide range of different opportunities to suit everybody.
Okay. And then so if someone wants to apply, do they just go to the website?
You can apply online at onpjobs.com, or we have an 888-875-4205 number on our brochure as well. We've grown to such a size now that we actually have opportunities available year round.
Okay.
The majority of our season is usually April 15th or March 1st through probably October 1st, something like that, but we do have earlier and later opportunities as well, along with stuff all through the winter.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
So now we're torn between having to spend a whole summer in Bryce Canyon in Utah, or Acadia National Park in Maine, or Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
But wait, that's not all. There's more.
So we were strolling down an aisle, and I couldn't help but notice the logo for Holland America Cruise Lines, which happens to be my favorite. And then I see the logo for Princess Cruise Lines too.
What?
Right, we had to learn more.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Jan, and this is my partner Lynette.
Hi.
We work for Holland America and Princess Land Operations. So as the cruise ship guests get off of our beautiful ships and come onto land, we run the guests between our 10 different lodges on our 20 rail cars and across our fleet of motor coaches. And we are hiring employees to come work for us this summer. We have a pretty awesome driver training program.
Yes, great program where we train drivers to get their CDLs. We are actually paying them through the training, giving them housing through training, and then assist them to get their CDL.
So you mentioned the CDL. I already have my CDL.
Yes.
So if I came up, the one endorsement I don't have is like if you're driving a busload of people.
Correct.
So you guys would pay for me to get that endorsement to be able to take people like on tour buses
Yes,
and
and we
things
would
like
train. That just makes it just a lot easier.
Right.
If you already have your CDL, you can get your endorsement and then learn how to drive our vehicles. But other than that, that's half the battle right there, is having your CDL already. Alaska is just a great place to work, and to be working for the company is amazing. You make lifelong friends. Just an amazing place to work, and just to be in Alaska, which is just wonderful on top of that.
Yeah. At some of our properties, we do have on-site housing available, or if you want to bring your motorhome or your RV up with you, we do have some properties that have hookups available for our employees, and we have over 300 kinds of jobs, everything in food and beverage, transportation, hospitality, maintenance, technical support, accounting, administration. We have a job for everyone. If you bring a friend with you, or partner, or cousin or neighbor, or anyone with you, you actually get paid for each referral that you bring. And after working just one season on land with us, you're eligible for a free cruise anywhere in the world that Holland America and Princess sails to. So come join our team, have some fun. You can apply today at www.alaskatourjobs.com.
And what are the typical wages? Does it depend on the job, or?
Yes, our wages depend on job and experience.
Cool. So about where do they usually start, the wages?
Well, some jobs, if it's a tipped position in one of our restaurants, Alaska state minimum wage is $10.34 an hour, and it just goes up from there. In the state of Alaska, anything you work over 8 hours in a day or over 40 hours in that week becomes automatic time and a half. And a lot of our guests that are on land are really generous tippers, and so it just kind of depends what position you're in and your experience level and what you're in the market for. But like I said, 300 different types of jobs. Everything is listed on our website, alaskatourjobs.com. You can search by job type or by location. It's just a really cool, fun company to work for.
And what's the typical season? How long?
Usually
May through September. Some of our driver programs do start earlier than that, but usually our cruise ships start in May and end in September, so we're kind of on the shoulders of the cruise ships that come up as well. But basically May through September.
And what if people want to come up for a shorter period? Can they still get jobs?
Well, yeah, please put in an application and talk to a hiring manager today about scheduling. No problem.
Cool. Hey, you guys are great. Thank you.
The other opportunities that got our attention also happen to be in Alaska. We met with a couple of representatives from Premier Alaska Jobs.
Let's take a look.
Alaska has a lot of tourism jobs. I'm with a company that's in South Central Alaska, so we're looking for motor coach drivers, tour directors, people that want to meet and greet people at airports and on ships, that kind of thing. And Tim here has a great opportunity as well.
I'm in Ketchikan, Alaska, at the new cruise ship dock called Ward Cove. We're www.wardcoveak.com, and we're looking for people to take people on an Alaskan adventure. So e-bike tours, kayaking tours, hiking tours, so all sorts of hospitality jobs available in Ketchikan this season, April through October.
And what if people want to work a shorter part of the season? Can they?
We're a little bit flexible on that, yeah, because
Okay.
we do cater to a lot of college students, and we know that their schedules are always changing.
And what about, like if people come up with an RV, is there a place for them, workers, to park it? And what's the benefit on that?
Well, we're working on it. Ketchikan's a little more difficult to get to because you have to get there by the Alaska Marine Highway.
Okay.
But over in Anchorage, Fairbanks, and Seward, easy drive.
Okay.
Yes.
And so do you guys provide anything for RVers to park? And
We do not, but there are lots of opportunities in the Anchorage, Fairbanks, and Seward area for guests to look at, for
And-
workers to look and find their own accommodations.
what are
and parking.
typical wages that you offer?
Everything ranges depending on what position it is. So at premieralaskajobs.com, you can go and look at every site that we have and see what the range of pay is.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
We hope this episode has enlightened you about the possibilities to support a lifestyle that people can only dream of.
Having the courage to take a leap like this and leaving everything stable and predictable for a life of discovery and adventure, it has gotten a little bit easier because of the employment options that are now available for people to be able to work where they play.
Right. We're going to put links down in the description below for all of these companies.
If you get useful information or enjoy watching our travel videos, you can easily support our channel by simply using the affiliate links that we have down below in the description.
It doesn't cost you any more, and we're often able to pass along discounts for equipment or services that we use.
And if you've done any work camping or you're considering it, please put your thoughts down below in the comment section so you can be part of the conversation.
If you're new to our channel, make sure and hit that subscribe button.
And ring that bell so you'll be notified each time we upload a new video.
Until next time,
See ya.
see ya.